Good evening and welcome to this week in review. Tonight's stories include low salmon returns and new salmon tags, all lights from the LOBA Easter Party, ground search and rescue command post. These stories plus community events, the BBS Playbill, Off the Rack and more coming up after this.
Why do you volunteer?
Just knowing that I'm able to come in and they're happy to see me, and just as happy to see me as I am to see them.
It does my heart good to bring happiness to somebody else's life, and that makes my day when I see a smile.
Well, it's a great deal of personal satisfaction knowing that you are helping somebody.
Make a difference in your community.
Anglers will have new salmon tags for the upcoming salmon season. As a result of frequent requests from the Atlantic salmon conservation groups, the province of Newfoundland and Labrador announced at the last salmon advisory meeting that it would be having new improved salmon tags in place for the 2001 season. The Salmonoid Council of Newfoundland and Labrador and its 8 affiliates have long recognized that there is a major poaching problem because of the old type tags were easy to open. Poachers were using them to take more than their allowable limit. The new tags are designed so that they will break quickly where they enter the closure receptacle if anyone tries to pull them apart. Poachers were microwaving or boiling the old tags so they would slip out of the receptacle. New ones will break easier if this is tried. Questions were asked. What if I accidentally break the tag while carrying the fish? Answer, too bad. Carry it by the tail. A broken tag is a used tag, plain and simple. No excuses should be accepted for this. ICNL figures the percentage of Atlantic salmon spared by the introduction of this new tag will be significant. While not the same tag, Council and SPAN, Salmon Preservation Association for the Waters of Newfoundland, originally wanted, the new tag is much less costly to produce and more importantly, will be more effective. We are grateful that the province has finally made this move. Although the numbers have been released, DFO reported that with the exception of Robinson River, the snorkel counts on other Bay St. George's rivers aren't good. In fact, just to make sure that the numbers were right, the counts were done twice on a couple of rivers. At the Torrent River Fishway on the Northern Peninsula, the returns dropped from an high 7,000 to just over 3,000. The Lowman River, probable cause, poaching, the count is down quite a bit too. All this information is available on the SPAN website. With the boating season just around the corner, the Ground Search and Rescue gave us a video to show you on the changes in the boating regulations.
Going boating? Wait a minute, the regulations have changed. Starting April 1st, 1999, you'll have new boating rules to follow. Rules to protect you and your passengers. Rules to keep Canada's waterways safer. They're easy to live by, and they'll be phased in over a 10-year period. And it's all in the 1999 Safe Boating Guide. Get yours today and find out what it's all about. In the past, anyone at any age could operate any sized boat without training or experience. All that's going to change. In 1999, you'll see new regulations for powered vessels. They include changes to age and horsepower restrictions. You'll have to prove you know how to boat, and you need to meet minimum equipment standards. Here are the highlights.
If you're under 12 years of age, you can operate a boat up to 10 horsepower. Any boat over 10 horsepower, you must be supervised by someone 16 years or older. If you're between 12 and 16 years, you can operate a boat up to 40 horsepower. Again, any boat over 40 horsepower, you must be supervised by someone 16 years or older. If you're not 16 yet, and you're thinking about a personal watercraft, you'll have to wait a little longer. You must be 16 years old to operate a PWC.
Even more important, though, is to make sure you really know what you're doing when you're on the water. By the year 2009, all boat operators will have to demonstrate they know how to boat safely. These regulations apply to operators of powered vessels only and will be phased in over a 10-year period. But don't panic. Getting proof is simple.
All you need is proof that you took a safe boating course before April 1st, 1999. Or show your Pleasure Craft Operator Competency Card. And by the way, it's good for life. Or, if you're renting, show your completed boat safety checklist.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Now let's talk about safety procedures and minimum equipment standards. The new equipment standards are bringing the 20-year-old small vessel regulations in line with today's boating realities. They're flexible for boaters, and they'll ensure safety standards are met.
What you need aboard depends on the size of your boat. That hasn't changed. For example, if you own a pleasure craft up to 6 meters, you need a personal flotation device that fits each passenger, a 15-meter-long buoyant heaving line, manual propelling device or anchor with 15 meters of cable, rope, or chain, baler or manual water pump, one Class 5 BC fire extinguisher if the vessel is equipped with an inboard engine, fixed fuel tank, or fuel-burning appliance, watertight flashlight, or 3 Type A, B, or C flares, sound signaling equipment, and navigation lights.
But remember, these are minimum standards. Larger boats will need some different safety devices. It's all spelled out in the Safe Boating Guide. Make sure you have one before you cast off. Hold on, one more thing. To reduce the number of accidents on the water, the new boating regulations allow enforcement agencies to charge careless or reckless boat operators. Boaters can be charged for careless boating, water skiing and towing infractions, failing to operate their engine safely, and improperly installing their fuel-burning systems. It's all designed to make Canada's waterways safer.
Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
Okay, everyone, turn to page 74 in your text. Who knows the answer? Kelly. Kelly, you're not paying attention. Attention again. Now, I know you can do better than this.
Oh, pardon. Mr. Rossi. She just had a seizure.
You have just witnessed an absent seizure. Not all seizures are the same. For more information about epilepsy and how to access support in schools, call 1-866-EPILEPSY.
On Thursday of this week, we got the opportunity to take a look at the Ground Search and Rescue's new command center. Eugene, this is your new Ground Search and Rescue Command post. Center? Post. Post. Why did the Ground Search and Rescue feel they needed a machine like this?
When an event search is in on the road, we got to coordinate the search from somewhere. And what we had before was a trailer, and it was pretty hard to get it back and forth. We needed a vehicle to tow it. Never had the room. We were also using it for a canteen, and we found ourselves in lots of cases going in on searches without having the proper equipment. So this here is a self-contained unit, it's mobile. Everything is there that we need. Basically, lighting system in the event of foggy weather and dirty weather. This is mostly what we're dealing with anyway in case of a search. We got our light bar on it.
Okay.
Alley lights. The bathrooms there. Takedowns. And back on the back, we also got, back here, we got 2 red ones back here. That's so that you can be seen in the fog and stuff like that.
Oh, I guess that's why she's such a vibrant color.
Yeah, that's search and rescue colors. That's the color that basically search and rescue in Newfoundland is using. So that's why she painted yellow. Come on back, I'll show you what we got back here. There are steps there.
Right, now I'll get a shot there first, if you don't mind. Not move. Let's just stand from the ground. This is what we...
Recently, the Newfoundland Labrador Search and Rescue Association came up with a new digital mapping program. I just want to bring that up on the computer there. And basically, what this allows us to do is give us all of our topo maps for this area, and we can zoom them in, zoom them out, and come up with all types of information that we're going to need in the event of a search. Like she'll show bearings, distances, coordinates. We can use search point by coordinates, and what that means is if I got fellows in the field, they call back their position, I can type it in on the computer and they'll show up on the screen. So we can pinpoint where everybody's to.
Pretty technical, eh?
It's very, very technical.
But very convenient, I would say.
Yes, it saves time. Before we used to have to do everything by hand with map and compass. Right now we can do everything on computer. Everything's all geared towards the computer. We got an inverter put in, changes the power source from the box just up underneath there.
Okay.
Changes the power source from 12 volt to so that we can run it in the van.
Okay.
We've also got the van wired on both sides so that we can also plug the computer into any building or whatever so that we can use it just off of ordinary electricity, right?
Okay.
Anyway, like I said, there's a lot of advantages to the mapping program. We also got a search manager program that cost over $1,000. We got it donated by the association. And what that allows us to do is go into different areas such as lost person behavior. For example, if there's a 60-year-old Alzheimer's patient missing or something like that, we can type in that information on the computer and the computer will give us information like how that person would behave in the event that they got lost and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same thing with children and stuff like that. Everybody will be logged in onto the computer as soon as they come to a search. And all the information will be stored in there during the search.
Yeah.
As soon as the search is over, all you do is print off the maps that we had in an area, plus the information from the search manager program, and that will be turned over to the RCMP and used in regards to their file.
When you go on a search now, you said everybody would be logged on the computer. Does everybody come in individually and log on the computer, or is one person responsible for that? When you go, because that makes sense. When one person will be in charge of that computer, like at a search site.
Yeah, well, the way the team is designed, we got a coordinator, assistant coordinator, equipment manager, 4 captains, and a secretary and treasurer, and all the searchers. And basically, there's going to be about 4 people trained in the use of this system, the search manager program, plus the digital mapping.
Yeah.
And what'll happen as soon as the person shows up, I'll type in their name and all the information about that person to come up on screen, and the time that they showed up, and the time that the search was over. Everything is recorded on this one program.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
We also got the printer up here, and we can use that to print off sections and maps and stuff like that. I can just show you a couple of things on the mapping program if you want.
Go for it. So what does the other members of the Grand Search and Rescue think of your command post?
Oh, I think they're extremely impressed.
Yeah. I was talking to one of your members, Karen Banfield, and I think it's quite evident from her conversation that she's very impressed and think it was a much needed thing for our community. Now, she also did say that this is not going to be solely ground search and rescue.
What we've done, we've also mentioned to the fire department in any event that they might need it.
Yeah.
That there would be no questions asked in case of fires or training or any type of emergency or anything that the town might need it for. The vehicle is registered under the town and insured under the town, and we'd like to thank the council for supporting us.
Yeah.
But it makes it a lot easier.
But this is a win-win situation because
for everybody.
There's two groups here who gets to use it, and it's not just one elite group. And you know, the fire department, if they need it, they can use it as well.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty neat.
But anyway, like basically, how it will work. If you see where this pink circle is to right there.
Hang on, yeah.
This.
See if I can figure it out there. Okay. Yeah.
Where this pink circle is to on this red line is the Burjo Road.
Okay.
Let's say that this is where our command center was set up, or command post.
Yeah.
All I got to do is take this cursor right there and just move it where I want it to. Say if I put it there, and I can give the boys the information that it needs right off the bat.
Okay.
For example, right there, from this point to that point is 1.77 kilometers at 79.8 degrees.
Wow.
So all they got to do, I'll just give them the bearing that I want them to walk on.
Yeah.
And they go on right on that bearing.
Yeah.
So we can get everything on the go real quick.
So we're talking members with GPSs as well, right?
Yeah, we got GPSs, right?
Okay, perfect.
And basically what I can do to track their progress, I can just bring up drawings, and I can put in a straight line bearing from where they're going to go, which is say from air over to air.
Okay, yeah. Oh.
And then I can type in above that, say team 1 or whatever team it is.
Oh, okay.
So right off the bat,
so you know team 1 is on that
on that line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if another team went, you could use another team.
That's right. So if,
okay.
say if the team 2 went,
yeah.
what we'd do, we'd have them, maybe they could leave from down there.
Yeah.
This is just an example, right?
Okay, yeah.
And we'd track them this way, and we'd have team 2 typed in there.
Yeah.
If this area between those lines was covered, for example, what we
Yeah.
could do is go into a different color altogether. Say we use orange. And we could actually color that in, or
okay, yeah, all right.
like this here.
Yeah.
And that would mean that this area is covered.
It's already done.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
just examples
But that's
of
pretty
what
neat
you can
though.
do, right?
How convenient though.
If we had a set of coordinates, this is for example, right now the cell phones are on the go in Burjo, and most people got GPSs their own. Let's say that a person went off on a snowmobile, okay?
Yeah.
And basically broke down or broke their leg or something like that, and they had access to a cell phone. They could call up, give their coordinates from their GPS. All I got to do is type it in here,
Yeah.
okay? I'll just put in a fake set of coordinates,
Okay.
say 465, 789. And I don't know where this is going to be too, but it don't really matter. 53, 69, 098. Type that in there,
Yeah.
push search all maps.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, she's going to give me the map that person's on.
Okay.
I click on that map. Okay, actually, it fell right between the two maps, but
Okay.
you
All
can see
right.
what I'm saying.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
But the map is brought up then,
Yes.
right? Yeah, without little,
Yeah.
with little effort,
Yeah.
rather than having going to the
I'll give it to you.
maps itself, right?
There's what he would do right there.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Which is in the puddle pond area.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can zoom the full map out. If we wanted to have a look at a particular area of the map, we just click here. Say if we wanted to see the corner of Victoria Lake down there.
Yeah. Okay.
Just click there. Boom, there it is, right?
All right. So that's your computer system.
Yeah.
What else do you have?
We got a up-to-date radio system all over here. You can probably come in around there, you can see the plugs. Everything will be plugged. We're still in the process of getting this all straightened up here.
Okay, yeah.
Everything will be plugged in, charged up. All of our radios. The base radio for the team is right here. Okay?
Okay.
So we can talk back and forth to the fellows that we got in the field. Our GPSs and everything will be kept up in this spot right up here.
Okay, yeah.
Right now we got 4 for the team, plus there's 3 more on the way.
Okay.
And most fellows got their own units.
Okay.
This team, by the way, is probably the highest trained team on the island when it comes to GPS training and map and compass. Like out of all the teams on the island in Labrador.
That's a pretty awesome accomplishment.
Because most of the fellows we got are fishermen and stuff like that. So.
Eugene, who did the work on the truck?
Well, a lot of the team members done a lot of the work. We recently just had a project, and Cal Benight, Shirley Parsons, and Gord Eyre were hired for several weeks, and they put all the finishing touches on it and stuff like that.
Okay.
They've done an excellent job.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Down there, Marie, I don't know if you can see, but down there we just got our lanterns and water and batteries and stuff like that.
Okay.
Under those seats, in behind the table, this all comes up. There's our lighting system down there. Okay.
Yeah.
Storage and under all that. Our flashlights, we got more to bring out, but we'll just keep the searchlights up here.
Okay.
Up in this corner, we got a stretcher. This gun case you see there, this is actually a repeater antenna.
Okay.
And what the repeater does is, in order to get contact from base to the people in the field, those radios, 2-way, is not going to give you that much distance.
Yeah.
So what we do is set a repeater up on top of a high hill, and when we calls, they go from the base to the repeater, then to the team members.
Okay.
So that we can get more distance, right?
Yeah, okay.
And we got our Coleman stoves, stuff like that. Right there we got flagging tape, flares, this is all flares and stuff right in there.
So all the essentials that
Yeah.
you need for a search.
We got 2 power packs, booster packs. Down there, this would be the repeater. She's in it's just like a base station that's in a watertight container. We got our tool kits there.
Yeah.
We got trauma kits. I'll just give you an idea of some of the stuff that we got in those. Let me get them out. We got 2 of those trauma kits. And basically there's everything in there.
Okay.
First aid gear, there's blood pressure machines, cough, airways, you name it is there, right?
Okay, yeah.
Everything is there. Plus emergency blankets and that kind of gear. The team supplies are all, we got 4 teams, so there's 4 containers there, a container for each team.
Okay.
And there's everything in there, maps, flashlights, flares, air horns, axes, emergency saws, flagging tape, hypothermia blankets.
Anything you can possibly need.
Everything you need is in each one of those containers, and that will be spread out among the team members when they go out in the field.
Okay, yeah.
We've also got a hot plate up there, and that just plugs in.
Yeah.
And what would happen there if we were on an extended search, or if it took us a while, the boys could come in and have something to eat, right? This box here, we've got a 5,000 watt generator in that, so that's going to run everything in the command post.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And pretty much I'd say that's about it, except for the stretchers and stuff like that there. And we got floater suits and survival suits.
You got a set of cupboards there for...
What we got done right now, this is not all done yet, but basically we got little lunches done up for the boys.
Okay.
And in the event that we get called out 11, 12 o'clock at night, then they don't have to bring anything.
Okay.
Just to keep them going for, say, the first 8 or 10 hours or whatever they're out, right?
All right, yeah.
And the cupboards will be equipped with groceries and stuff later on.
Yeah, okay. What about mugs and things like that now?
Yeah, we're going to get all that and put it in there. We haven't got it yet, right?
Yeah. So you're looking for any particular kind of mug, or there got to be a special...
Not really, no.
Yeah.
No.
So maybe somebody in the community, if they want to donate some mugs.
Yeah, we're going to need some mugs and plates and
spoons, maybe.
Forks, spoons, and knives. Yeah.
So you got a nice table there too. So
yeah.
Just to sit in and have a spell, I guess, after.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you will never have to use it for an
That's right.
extended search, but you're certainly well prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to thank the community for all the support that they've given us over the last few months. We've been talking about coming up with our own command post now for several years, and it was a bit iffy. We didn't know if we were going to be able to afford it and stuff like that. And right now we got everything done. with this rate. And if it wasn't for the support from the community, we would never been able to afford to do it.
Okay.
Council have helped us out a lot. The team members alone, the team is going well. We got 33 members in it right now. And everybody is participating in the training. Everybody's participating in the fundraising. The morale is extremely high amongst team members, and everybody's doing an excellent job.
Okay.
Other than
Well,
that,
we certainly thank you for allowing us to come and have, I don't know if it's the first look the public have seen it, but hopefully.
yeah, pretty much.
It and Paul's debut.
Right on.
Okay, thanks so much, Eugene.
Thank you. Yeah.
On Saturday of this week, we were invited to LOBI Easter party. Here are some highlights.
Friends are special, so important, they make the world go round.
We like helping one another in school or on the playground. Friends are there to help each other when one is feeling sad. Being friends is very special. Be a friend and you'll be glad. Friends are special, so important, they make the world go round. We like helping one another in school or on the playground. Friends are there to help each other when one is feeling sad. Being friends is very special. Be a friend and you'll be glad. Being friends is very special. Be a friend and you'll be glad.
If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. Standing outside with my mouth open wide. If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. If all the snowflakes were candy bars and milkshakes, oh, what a snow that would be. Standing outside with my mouth open wide. If all the snowflakes were candy bars and milkshakes, oh, what a snow that would be. If all the sunbeams were bubblegum and ice cream, oh, what a sun that would be. Standing outside with my mouth open wide. If all the sunbeams were bubblegum and ice cream, oh, what a sun that would be.
with us for Off the Rack, the community events, and the BBS Playbill, all after this.
Why do you volunteer?
Something nice to do, like you get rewards from yourself, just knowing that you're helping out these people.
I just love helping people. I think I always have, because the way my mother and father raised me, I guess.
I really, really enjoy it. And when I come in the mornings, they're very excited to see me, you know.
Make a difference in your community.
Off the Rack. This week, as we scanned our tape rack, we came across some of this year's graduates as they enjoy a hot summer day in grade 2. Let's look back to March the 1st, 1992.
The students did a story in their reader concerning a hot summer's day in the middle of winter, and they decided it sounded like fun.
BBS Playbill. Tune in on Tuesday for a rebroadcast of Pansy's Garden. Try your luck on Wednesday by playing Sand and Sea Festival TV Bingo. Tune in on Thursday when we'll have a rebroadcast of The Bandwagon. Join Pansy and the gang for 2 stories, a craft, and lots of fun on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Pansy's Garden. Next Sunday at 6:30 p.m. we will have religious revelations from the Anglican Church. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. Please stay tuned now for The Bandwagon. For This Week in Review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night and a happy Easter.